Okay, so Guild Wars 2 finally released the End of Dragons gameplay features trailer. This trailer has been hyped a lot. People have been finally ready to see some proper marketing for the game. This trailer is it. We're going to watch this trailer once. We're going to react to it. And then after we watch it once, we'll go back and then we're going to analyze what we can analyze from this trailer. And so yeah, let's get to it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the trailer.
Ambassador's dispatch. Queen's eyes only. The Empire of Cantha is not what we remember. They are the most powerful nation on Tyria, thanks to their Jade tech. And they don't trust us. We have to show them that we're on their side. The Aether Blades are back. Now they're planning something big in Cantha. If we don't stop them, they'll plunge Tyria into war. Everything Dragon's Watch has fought for. It all comes down to this. The secrets of Cantha. The secrets of the dragons. We have to uncover them all. Before it's too late.
Is that it? Let's fucking go! This is what I'm talking about! Yo, that was actually hype. Yo, no, that was actually hype. I like this. I'm gonna watch. Wait. I'm gonna watch this again. On the Water Dragon suggestion. No new outfit. I don't mind like the old outfit, to be honest. Just leaked long ago. I know. I mean, I was more reacting because like she shows up in the trailer. It's more like just reacting that she's in the trailer. I like it. I'm actually excited. It was actually a good trailer. They showcased a lot of things. We're gonna actually the Jade Tech Mastery. There's a few things I want to nitpick on that though. A little bit things I want to nitpick on the Jade Tech Mastery. It looks like we have more than one world. I feel like I counted 3 world bosses. I think the only strike that I saw was maybe the Maya Trin. But the rest looked like actual world bosses, if I'm being honest. They didn't look like a strike. Maybe the tech one. We'll look at it in a bit. And also, yeah, why is that all expansions begin with like an airship? Like Heart of Thorns began with an airship. Path of Fire, you take an airship. End of Dragons begins with an airship. If I'm taking a guess, I think that airship at the start here. If I'm taking a guess, this is our airship just before it docks. That's basically how we entering Cantha. Welcome to Cantha. Please fasten your seatbelts.
Ambassador.
Star Wars music vibes. No Ritlock at the end. Ooh, let's analyze it. It doesn't look like he's here. There's Casimir, right? These are, I guess, Ministry of Purity. I'm gonna guess this is Marjorie? Is this Marjorie? I don't know. But this looks like Casimir and Marjorie. That looks like what's her name? June and her lieutenant. The leaders of like their what's it called? Jade Tech company. Also, I'm ready for I'm ready to see people complain about this color right now, like the jade color. Like that's not the right shade of green. It's not emerald. Yeah, I don't know. I'm ready for people to complain about this. How long will the stream take? Probably a while. We're here for a while.
Batch. Queen's eyes only. The Empire of Cantha is not.
She does not look happy. I'm just gonna say this. She looks like how dare they, these Tyrians, coming in here to Cantha thinking they could just march their way into my throne room. She does not look pleased. She does not look pleased. She looks like she's about to behead us. Oh yeah, she's thinking of different ways on how we should be executed.
Not what we remember. They are the most powerful nation on Tyria. Thanks to their Jade Tech.
This is an interesting dynamic. I really hope to see like civil discourse between like, these kind of characters. Like we know June is somewhat like looking to be like seeming to be more of an anti-hero character to me. Like she's very like futuristic, she's very smart, but then she's also caught into like a weird agenda that she feels is the right way to push things. And then you have the Empress, who's also, they have their own vision like for how she wants to run her empire. And I feel like this is what we need. We need not just interaction between us, the character, which is mostly, like the commander is more of a plot device to move the story along, but I want to see the arguments and like kind of the tension growth throughout the season between, or the expansion throughout these characters, that she has her motivations, but then she also has her motivations, and then just kind of where it clashes with different ways of dealing with threats. Are they half sisters? Ever calling it? The Empress dies calling it. Wow. Is there a first reaction? Yeah, I mean, it happened like 5 minutes ago. I'm now analyzing kind of the trailer. Underwater? I mean, I don't know if the Jade Tech will also include stuff underwater. We'll see.
And they don't trust us.
Okay,
we have to show them that we're on their side.
We've kind of seen this. I don't know if we've actually seen this. Did we actually see? Was this in the Jade Sea reveal? I don't know if this looks like another part of the city that we didn't see. Maybe this is Kaining. Either way, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool here. Okay, what? So the Jade bot, right? So the way they described the Jade mastery track is that it's supposed to be like a lifestyle improvement into your everyday life. That's how they described it, right? And I guess I could see what they mean by that. Okay, so like when you're gliding, it could actually raise you up. Although I don't know how this would be something like a sky scale or a griffin, where if you're very talented with a griffin, you could already solve this problem. But I guess it's, when you're not kind of bothered to be on a mount and you just want to glide and use your mastery to kind of boost you a little bit upwards. And I wonder how far could this actually boost you? Like, could you do it twice, or is it just like a one and then a skill recharge? Or could you unlock another level in the mastery track and then allows you to do this exact skill twice? I'm not a fan of this, if I'm being honest. Yeah, but the people who only have EOD won't have Griffin or Sky Skill. That is also understandable. Yeah, eventually, like, they'll probably go back and get their mounts. So it's more for people who aren't really caught up with the game yet. That can make sense. RP Revive Orb 2022. If I'm being honest, this is not a feature I would like to see. Even if it's something like can only be used once every like 1 hour or whatever. I am not a fan of something just allowing me to just insta get up. I think this actually makes people lazier because they could always rely on the mechanic of, oh, I can just revive myself with my Jade Tech Mastery. I'm not a fan of this. If I'm, you know, like there's a lot of things I love about this trailer. It seems like a good quality of life and other aspects where it could help increase your updraft in your when you're gliding. I'm not a fan of being revived like this. This makes things very trivial, and one of the issues is that sometimes things in Guild Wars 2 get too trivialized because mechanics in the open world don't matter when you can take way stations and then like just literally spam the CC special action to delete a CC bar, right? I'm not a fan of these kind of quality of life things because while they are improvements into helping you make the game easier, they also take away from having any sort of a class experience or functionality, right? A class, if you're playing a class, you should want to know what the class can CC with, right? What skills it could CC with. And when you're able to just do that with a special action key, it takes everything that you know about your class and just puts it there, and or the CC part of that, and you just now don't ever need to focus about CC skills, right? And this is where if you're going down, you don't feel like less threatened now because now you go down, you could instantly revive yourself. Not too much of a fan of that. This looks like a downstate ability. Maybe it will be like warrior ability where you have to kill something other than reviving you when you get full health. Could be. I mean, I feel like they would show that in the fighting because this is not fighting anything, right? Like, look at this. They kind of just instantly get up. So unless it's something like a warrior where it's like a vengeance, you still have to kill something. Or maybe you're temporarily revived and then you still die. I don't know. We'll have to see. But for now, from what you could see, it looks like it doesn't look like that, right? So of course, it could actually be something like you're suggesting. We'll have to wait and see for that. I'm a big fan because if you're down somewhere where there's no waypoint in sight, it's useful. I agree and disagree. I agree that it's convenient because if you have to go back all the way, sure. I disagree because it would promote the fact that, oh, I could just instant revive myself if I go down, right? I think you would want to figure out a way to survive as long as you can, right? And the ultimate goal is not to go down in the first place. Imagine the Final Mastery is just an auto CC. Oh, no, that would be atrocious, to be honest. Especially consistent to activate. Yeah, I really hope it's a bit more balanced than this because this, for example, yes, it could be abused by players who are just going to AFK and get themselves like this. This is definitely going to be abused in that sense. I think this wasn't a quality of life that they should have added. It's not bad for the gliding, don't get me wrong. This is okay. This I am not too much of a fan of. Okay. New ways to travel. So are we able to zipline through buildings now? Look at that. I know people are be like, well, we have mounts or we have griffins or we have gliding or we could just fall down and then glide at the last second. I feel like this is just more of a fun way to do it. This is just adding another bit of fun, you know, like I'm okay with this. I don't care if like, yeah, you have a mount, you have it. Like, it's getting to the point where like, you know, honestly, like ANA has already outdone themselves with mounts. They have a fairly good gliding system in the game. I don't really think this is an issue. I think this is just a fun way to travel. It doesn't have to be anything more than that, you know, and that's absolutely fine. And yes, it does look like an old cart Essence 2.0 of sorts. Yes. A bit cyberpunk vibes. Yeah, it is a little bit cyberpunk vibes. Elevators to different layers of the city. Yeah, yeah, kind of like that. I actually agree with your sense that they could have probably done the guild chat on Friday and then still hyped this up for Tuesday. I do agree that could have probably had a bit more for people to kind of like be on the hype, so it could have been like a bit more like momentum forward. Yeah. Fixed destination, fast demands, but fixed destination. asked for this. I mean, honestly, I don't think this is it when we get to it. I don't think this is an issue. Like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, like, what is the usefulness of this? Like, this is pointless. We already have this and that. It just doesn't really hurt anybody. I don't mind this. Ooh, the guild hall. Also, this is Kinding, basically, right? Look at this. Oh, well, I think this is also Kinding. This is Kinding City, isn't it? Wow, this is really nice. Oh, this is beautiful. Chat, that's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail right there. This is the thumbnail I'm using for YouTube. That's it right there.
The Aether Blades are back. Now they're planning something big in Cantha.
Ah, yes. Menacing eye look. The traditional menacing eye look. This is they introduced this character, right? What's her name? Glenna? No, not Glenna. What was this character's name? But she's supposed to be like Maya Trin's right hand or something. What is the purple wave above? This whale, honestly... Oh, it's actually even here. I feel like this is just more of like a hologram for the sake of a hologram. That doesn't really have anything usefulness to it. It's just a hologram. I have to say though, Kaining has really taken an upgrade over the years, hasn't it? The real estate there. This is a bit of a cool shot of the guild hall that we didn't really get to see because they actually avoided showing this section specifically. Here's my thoughts about the guild hall. I know a lot of people who are very, very passionate about decorating guild halls, to going from specific themes to even just having a very consistent theme with the guild hall that they're in. For example, I know people who've designed Gilded Hollow in a very unique and interesting way, and they've had fun designing it. And I've also known people who've designed Gilded Hollow to be as intended, like their take on like a golden city, if you may, right? Like if you go into their guild hall, you would genuinely believe that this is Gilded Hollow without like any like a player interferences. Like someone designed it to the point where you're impressed by it, but then you would actually think it makes sense why all these decorations are here. And then you have like Lost Precipice and Windswept Haven. The issue I found with those two is like more of Windswept Haven is that like there's not enough surface like for flat area to like decorate, and they kind of decorate the guild hall for you. Whereas in Lost Precipice, it's more like there's lack of flat land, so you don't have like large chunks of areas to just decorate on. It's kind of like split up. And this is why Gilded Hollow is still to me like the best guild option that we have, because it allows, while yes, it is a just golden city, themed, right? But Gilded Hollow has that whole flat area surface where you could decorate so many things in one area, which the other two guild halls don't have a lot of. The way I look at it is Gilded Hollow is for all your decorating purposes. When Lost Precipice is like a mix between Windswept and Gilded Hollow, and Windswept Haven is more like if I was to design a theme park kind of guild hall, I would do it in Windswept Haven. That's the best way I could describe it. This guild hall right here, Island of Reflection, I'm hoping there's enough area for you to decorate in. I'm really hoping that there is some space to decorate. You know, like the buildings are cool and all, but players love to actually put their take on it. And if it's literally very minimal touches that you can do, I could see a lot of people like really not really liking the guild hall, and more of just you're there because it's new and you like the theme, but you're also frustrated because you don't have space to even put your own touches on it. Hopefully there's this one place section that they haven't shown. Yeah, I do hope that's true. Wappy, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate that. Oh, now I know why they're not showing up, because this scene specifically doesn't show alerts. Okay, now I know why it doesn't show. But thank you for the Twitch Prime. I want to have a guild hall in Cantha. Yeah, so again, I think I really do think like they need to give more space in the guild halls to decorate, right? And not do the work for the players. Let them do the work. This is lovely. I like this. This is really nice. Customize your guild hall. new regions to explore. And that's the thumbnail. I like this. This is the thumbnail, first of all. I'm saying it right now. I think also that over there, that might be like the new waypoint, the Jade teleportation system. Maybe, right? That's maybe a waypoint, or how they describe it in Kantha, like their equivalent of one. That looks like one, maybe. So this maybe is like a center point of the city or something.
The Aether Blades are back. Now they're planning something big in Kantha. If we don't stop them, they'll plunge
Hey,
Tyria
my trend. I like this. I don't know what we're going for here, but I like this. Look at this war with the Aether Blades. This is what I actually like about the storyline that they're choosing to go with in End of Dragons. I like that they are callbacks to Guild Wars 1. As a Guild Wars 1 fan, I will say that I enjoy it. I think I appreciate the choice that they went with a Guild Wars 2 character, though, instead of like a Guild Wars 1 character, because the connection to a Guild Wars 1 character is only going to resonate with Guild Wars 1 diehards, right? And fans who played the game. But if in Guild Wars 2, like most people who played Guild Wars 2 haven't played Guild Wars 1. And so if you bring back a character from Guild Wars 1, that's more of a connection to like one segment of your audience. But the majority don't actually know what's going on. So I appreciate that they brought and chose to do bring Maya Trin in as like a main kind of villain. Seems like she is the main villain. I mean, we see her later in this trailer, because it's a callback to someone who's already in Guild Wars 2. Callback to her in season 1. She was kind of important in season 1 as Scarlet's like right-hand commander, right? And so I like this callback. And I like this dynamic that we have. We have the Jade Company fighting with the Empire. We also have the Empire fighting with the outcast races, you know, all the non-human races that have been outcast to the jungle. And then we also have inner fighting in the jungle between the races who've been kicked out of the Empire. There's a lot of plot lines here going and coming, and we're going to meet a lot of interesting people who have different opinions of... This is where I felt like was missing in some of the previous updates in the game, is that we've always been focused on the story dragon, and it's just us versus the dragon. And there's occasional, you know, rifts between people, right? Like we've seen Living World Season 3, there was like the White Mantle plotline. And we've even seen it in Iceboot Saga. We had a bit of like the Norn and Char saga sort of going on. Obviously, it didn't end the way it was supposed to end, but that was supposed to be something like that, where we were finally seeing dissension between characters rather than... And the dragon was also a main plot, but then you also had the plot of the people involved with the dragon. And so this, I like this. I like that we have different villains and different encounters of storylines. To me, this is what builds a more... And I'm hoping they don't, you know, convolute it to the point where they'll have to cut something out. I hope they kind of take their time, you know, like give us the appetizer, give us the main course. Don't just give us a main course immediately and then just, you know, kill everything off, right? I'm hoping they take their time, because they have a very interesting dynamic right now with the storyline. They have about 4 or 5 different directions they could go with. And so I'm hoping End of Dragons takes its time with some of these storylines, and I'm hoping to see some of the plot lines that they might not necessarily be able to finish in End of Dragons. I hope they leave it more drawn out into the next Living World season. And so that way we have a longer story arc that is going to be like a multi-season story arc. We know that End of Dragons has 5 acts, which would be the longest expansion story. I'm hoping it's something like... If it's 5 acts, then we're definitely talking... then all of the storylines I'm just mentioning could probably be finished in this one expansion, if it's that sense, right? 5 acts means maybe what, 20 missions? So that would be more missions than the previous 2 expansions. By about like 20 missions. I think Path of Fire had like 12, and and Heart of Thorns had like what, 12 as well, or 10 or 15. So End of Dragons is like at least 1 or 2 acts more than the other, at least 5 or 10 missions more than the other, right? Something like that. Well, 12, so it'd be like 8. But yeah, I mean, I would honestly love to see them drag out some storylines into the Living World season, because you have the outcasts, the non-human race characters. You have the human race in itself, right? You have the Aether Blades. You have the the mess of like the Jade tech companies. You have the mess of like even the rebels and the other people who are fighting for this technology and power. And then you also have the Empire, and all of this is going to be a very interesting dynamic. The storyline could go either way, right? And minus all of that, something is messing up the whole continent of Tyria. So you also have the overarching plot line, which is like the end of the world kind of sense. But even in that, it seems like it's as big of a deal it is. People in itself, these people are kind of fighting with each other, and if they don't really get on the same page, the much worse situation could happen. Were my End of Dragons giveaways ain't sponsored? Did you buy them? I was wondering if we can get anyone without directly buying to our accounts. No, my End of Dragons giveaways are not sponsored by any. No, I buy them myself. I go on ANET's website, I buy the codes, and then I give them away in chat. They're not sponsored by ArenaNet. I don't know if any ANET even gives partners. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if partners even get ANET codes or End of Dragons codes to give away. I don't know if that's a thing, but I just decided to buy them and give them away in giveaways because that's what I do.
To war.
I kind of like this vibe. I'm liking this music. This is what I want to see. Hype music. I want to see some of this combat. Look at that. Yes. Virtuoso. Blade Sworn with the sword. Look at that. Ah, yes. Blade Sworn making itself look useful. I like it. I like that 500k damage. And this, look at this. Ah, look at the turtles.
Everything
this is beautiful. This whole sequence.
Plunged.
This whole sequence here.
Them,
this is hype.
They'll plunge Tyria into
This
war.
is hype. Look at the sequence. Ah, yes. Mechanist with the mech. Spectre coming in here with the save. Look at that. Oh, Virtuoso. Oh, look at that. Wow. Look at those moves. The all-new multiplayer mount Siege Turtle. Look at those mounts. Look at those jumps. Look at, this is like a save the day scene right here.
It all comes down to this.
Oh, look at this. Underwater boss as well? Oh, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Let's go.
We have to
Is that Kung Lao? This is honestly okay. This chat. I thought maybe like this guy looks like Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat. Just made a cameo in End of Dragons. What's Kung Lao doing here? Hey buddy, Liu Kang, your friend ain't even in this universe. Go back to your buddy Liu Kang. What are you doing here? I actually just think this is us, like the commander, more or less. This probably is what the commander looks like for now. The music carries so hard. Oh, the music is insane. Look at that. We got Timey. We got is that Kate? Kate is like everywhere. Seriously, Kate is like everywhere. We got Gorg over here. We got Casimir. We got Marjorie. Yeah, we are missing like Ritlock and these people. That guy might be the detective that helps us. That probably, yeah, that could actually be who it's either this is our commander, like, or it could be the detective that helps us. That they teased about before. Yeah, it's one or the other. But because like in Path of Fire, the reason why I say this could be the commander, because in Path of Fire, they use like sort of like an Elonian character, like a character that looks like they are from Ilona, and that would be our commander for the time being. You know, they always change up the model every now and then. Okay, let's go through some of this because there's a lot of information here. This is just more like showing the gameplay of some of these classes. I like this. Oh man, this is like charging into battle. This is like with all like the when someone steps into World vs. World with a siege mount, if they actually add this to the turtle mount in WW, this is what's happening, chat. Just as you're about to take the keep, just as the enemy is up on the brink of defeat and their guild lord's about to die and the keep's about to be flipped, this is what happens. Activate Tactivator, call in the siege turtles. This is what happens. The Ninja Turtles show up and they just wreck the day.
Everything Dragon's Watch has fought for.
This is, I actually think this might be a strike. This is not a boss. This is not a world boss. This looks like more of a strike. I think this is a strike. It's hard to say because like the text actually covers the players, so you don't know how many players are actually here.
Everything Dragon's Watch has fought for. It all comes down to...
Okay, that's Maya Trin, and that's clearly like a strike mission that they well, yeah, I mean it's literally it's in the description. Can't miss that one.
Everything Dragon's Watch has fought for. It all comes down to this.
Oh man,
The secrets of Kanta.
yeah, this looks like a world boss. Because look how many players there are. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is a world boss. This is a world boss that we're fighting, or like a meta boss that we have to defeat.
Dragons. Everything Dragon's Watch.
Thrilling boss battles. This probably is a strike. This is not a this is probably a strike. This is no way a world boss, because it's hard. Just the way it's set up, like it looks like it's set up like Conjured Amalgamate, right, from Wing 6. It looks like the same kind of, you know, a semicircle platform.
It all comes down to this.
That's the world boss for sure.
It all comes down to this.
Ooh, it's giving me some dinosaur vibes. Look at that. Oh man, I can't wait. Underwater world boss. I don't mind that. And yeah, this is a world boss.
The dragons. We have to uncover them all before it's too...
Okay, I don't know why Kung Lao is like this, but okay. This is like the end of the world, kind of, sort of. Definitely looks like this is somewhere, either could be like teased at like the midpoint of the expansion, or this is the ending of the expansion, right? This is like maybe the final act that we get into. It has to be, right? Because this is where it all leads towards this, right? Like I think something will happen where the Aether Blades mess up the mists, and they somehow are now ending the fabric of time. So yeah, this is very cool. And then the ending. The future of Kanta is now. February 28, 2022. There you have it. That's the expansion reveal date. Ultimate Edition. Yeah, you can get all of this pre-purchase. You can get this if you still haven't got this. And this as well. Cape. The skiff. This artwork is really well done. This artwork slaps. Wow, I love this artwork. 50-man raid. I don't want a raid that's 50-man. No way. That can't be a world boss. I don't see any weird or controversial debates going on in map chat. Same animation as Conjured Amalgamate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, is that the Leviathan? It could be. The underwater one could be. These are breaking the Jade Sea. Imagine a mist dragon. A mist dragon where it is a combination of all the other dragons. Sort of like an abomination. Honestly, might be cool. Because this is definitely leading towards, you know, the end of dragons, right? Like, there has to be some sort of reference as why that will be happening. Keep in mind, this trailer did not even show Aurene, did not even show Kunavang. And they're supposed to be in this expansion too. We have not even seen those two characters in this trailer. Is that Aurene behind us? Was that Aurene behind us? I don't think so.
The secrets of Kanta. The secrets of the dragons. We
She's not here, no.
have to uncover them all before it's too late.
I'm so hyped. It's above the big tower that's exploded. Where is Kunavang? How do you guys see this? I don't see this anywhere. You can see Aurene's energy.
It's too late.
Oh, you're talking about the end art. Oh, yeah, here, the end art. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, here. I mean, this is kind of blocking it, but yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, that's Kunabang. Like, the eyes that you could see the eyes here. That's definitely Kunabang. Yeah. You can see the eyes here. Yeah, that is definitely Kunabang. Yeah. Those are very well done. Colors of the energy. Like here towards the this side here. I mean, it's hard because like this is kind of blocking it, but could be already on that's kind of this side, right? But yeah, this is definitely Kunabang. Okay. There'll be severe damages to counter when you go through the story. This definitely sounds like a cataclysm vibe kind of thing, right towards the end. I wonder if like the destruction at the end is more of like if it's more of like a cliffhanger for the next season, or it's like you'll get to see like what happens when you go through the destruction, but then there is one more thing that you discover during that entire destruction that eventually leads into the next Living World season. So it's like it's either like a full cliffhanger or I don't know, you still get to do one final act after that explosion, and then there is something else that gets revealed for the next season. All in all, though, this trailer it actually is well done. Good job on ANET for this. This is what was missing, the hype, and honestly, the music just uplifts us. This is what we were wanting to see for an entire time, and honestly, I'm okay with this being released only a month before the or less than a month before the expansion is released. I'm okay with this because if they released this 6 months ago, we would have been 6 months later. We haven't seen another expansion trailer. We'd have been still complaining. I'm okay that they're going to just start juicing and pumping the brakes right now. Like it's go time, you know, like this is a 1 month. Let's get all the big content out right now. This is the best way to promote. I think that would have been better. We got to see some sort of gameplay chat, you know, spec unveils, beta tests, a bit of like things here and there with the guild chats. I'm okay with the fact that, and again, I think we have to kind of, okay, it's kind of like a problem here, right? ANET doesn't have these big budgets like other studios have where they can spend, you know, 15, $20 million on marketing and then do that again 6 months later. We have to keep in mind they don't have the budget. I mean, sure, NCSoft maybe could give them that money, but at the same time, we don't know how much they even get allocated for their marketing department, evidently because of previous, you know, going based on their previous history. And I think they're just kind of maximizing their time because you have all these things coming out and this is going to get lost in the shuffle quickly. So for them, it's kind of like hit it where it will be the easiest way to attract people. It's now. It's literally in the month that it's releasing, not when it's 6 months before it's due. So I'm okay with this being released towards this close to the expansion. Hey, it was good, Kiba. You watched the trailer, Kiba? Maybe not that hype, but still, I'm not a fan of their time because the trailer surprises good ones and does create hype. Yeah, I mean, now this is getting people talking, and right, I mean, people were talking about it yesterday because it got leaked somehow, but it is what it is. But okay, I'm a big fan. I guess this is us. We're entering the expansion, you know, being blown out of the sky. Like, you know, this is our welcoming into Kantha. Out you go, right into the world of Kantha. I like that they reveal a bit of the storyline. You kind of could see the dissension, and we've already known based on what they've explained to us, these characters are going to have different clashes with each other. This is really exciting. I'm happy to see this. And then we also, while they're you know telling us all these kind of sort of like storyline leaks a little bit or hints, we get to see this. This is what you need to see. You get to see the mastery track, which will get, you know, this is hyping you up now for the guild chats that are upcoming on Friday and next week and this week after. Again, not a fan of some of the QOL features that they showed here. Like, I'm not a fan of like a Jade Tech Mastery reviving you. I'm okay if it's going to help you with gliding. That's fine. I can understand new players might need that. I don't mind the zip lining. I mean, hey, it's there, and why not, you know? Now they're planning something big. The maps look cool to explore.
If we don't stop them.
Look at this. Like,
They'll plunge Tyria into war.
This is like an apocalypse like little vibe. Oh, and this here, this like I don't even want to talk during this part. This part in itself is hype as hell.
The war.
Oh man, this is so exciting. I'm really excited for this. Look at that. Call them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There you go. TMNT.
Everything Dragon's Watch has fought for.
Look at that. World boss
It all
battles.
comes down to this.
Strikes. Underwater.
The secrets of Kanda.
Like,
The secrets of the dragons. We have to uncover
we even got
them
like
all
a cameo from Kung Lao. Like seriously, Mortal Kombat's in this
Before
game
it's
too.
too
What more
late.
do you want after this? End of Tyria as we know it happens February 28th. I guess that's it, chat. That's the trailer. That's the analysis. I like this. The music is good. It has the right vibe. It's literally getting you pumped up and ready. I can't wait for this. And keep in mind, I have my own trailer to release tomorrow, by the way. I'm releasing my own trailer tomorrow. In fact, I actually might have to cut some stuff from this trailer because my trailer tomorrow included some End of Dragons hype based on what we had. And honestly, I'm going to ask Noxy if she can maybe edit some things from this. So yeah, I'm going to ask Noxy if we can rechange some things in our trailer. And it's going to be released tomorrow. So yeah, listen, Aina has their own trailer. I have my own trailer releasing tomorrow. So watch out for mine as well. Happening on my YouTube channel. Actually gonna release that tomorrow. Like we're gonna watch it on my stream and then we'll release it out. But yeah, okay, that was that. I'm hyped. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be exciting. I really can't wait. This was a well done trailer. You know,